step closer in the direction that I want. I want to be remembered for one of the best fighters of this generation, and I'm quite doing very well, right on my way to get that recognition. So this fourth title definitely does that for me. I'm very happy to win this title here in San Antonio with the beautiful people. Like I said, they support us, show us a lot of love and support all the time. I think it's a little more special because just like I won my title last year, my dad always wanted that WBC title, and I'm able to get that for him. He wanted a fighter that would be champion in 3, maybe in 4 divisions. Well, I get to do that for him as well. And I get to match my brother with his idea, and Fernando Vargas with his idea. And so I'm just very happy to be where I'm at. There's a lot more to come, and like I say, this is the beginning. We're right on our way to bigger things. Yes. I did land some very good shots. I landed some overhand rights. I landed some very good overhand rights. He took a good punch. The left hook that dropped him was right on the chin. And he got up, a little hurt, but not enough to where I could just go out and go for the kill. There's a few moments where I did land some good shots that stunned him a little bit, but like I said, not enough for me to get overconfident and go after the kill. I had to be careful. He's very dangerous. He was still throwing some very hard punches. So I had to be safe and smart. You know what? The goal is never to get the knockout for me. It's just win each round. But if the opportunity presents itself, then I'm going to take it. There's moments where I did hurt him a little bit, but not enough for me to go after the kill. And like I said, even though I feel that my power is there, I dropped him, I hurt him a few times, but I have to understand, and everybody has to understand that I'm fighting bigger men, so they can take a bigger punch as well.
One of my favorite things about you, I call them payback punches. Whenever you see me get my shot tonight, you would immediately respond, and often with the same hand, you get you with a left hook, you see Congress of hitting him with a left hook. Talk to me about that mindset.
Well, we want to make sure that we don't give rounds away and let him get that momentum going. If there was any moment where he landed a punch or two, I have to come back right away to make sure that he doesn't feel confident enough to take that momentum. And I came back with, I would come back with, 2 punches and some, stick that jab right away. Stuff like that, just to keep myself ahead of the game, in points with the judges, and making sure that he knows that I'm a better fighter.
How did you feel at the 12th round, and what were your thoughts at the last round?
Well, we felt very confident that the fight was basically in the bag. We don't want to get, carried away and get caught with something dumb, so we decided to get on my feet a little bit more, box, still landing some punches, still countering him, but just a little more loose. I knew the fight was won. There's no reason for me to, like I said, get caught with something dumb and then, throw the fight away like that.
What do you think about your reception in San Antonio?
I love it. It was great. The fans here, showed a lot of love and support to me. In general, Texas is a great state for boxing. I fight in different regions, and now I get a second world title in the state of Texas. The fans really show up every time that we fight here. And, I'm just very happy, that we can do that for them. They hadn't had a fight in some time, so for me to be able to provide that is just wonderful.
What were the punches that was most effective for Lipinets? Body, some of his body punches, or what?
He did go to the body, but the body punches weren't really that hurtful. They didn't really have a big impact. There were some overhand rights and some hooks that I felt the power. He has power, but nothing to hurt me. I would see the punch and kind of absorb the punch or parry the punch enough to where it wasn't making an effect on me. But he definitely does have power in his hands.
How special is it for you to be winning titles and making history with your father and brother at your side?
Like I said, it's great because because I get to leave a chapter in boxing. You know, our name will forever be there. You know, and my brother was a world champion. My dad had him and Vargas, you know, back in '98. Both of them had the IBF championship at the time. Now I get to leave my own little chapter in the sport, and you know, that's what it's really about. I want to leave that legacy that we did enough to, you know, let the fans know that we were here, and they'll keep talking about us, you know, for ages.
What would be your dream matchup in the future?
I think in the immediate future, I want to come down to 135, unify the titles there. One last time on 135. After that, move up to whatever option is greater, either at 140 or possibly even 147. I want to take big challenges. That's the only way that I'll be remembered. You know, if I take easier fights, you know, people won't give you the recognition, people won't accept you as a champion. But if you take on biggest challenges available, people will always love you for that.
Would Ray Beltran be out of the picture?
I think he's already looking at other opponents through his promotional company. So unless he wants to reach out, you know, I have no doubt that he's willing to fight anybody. He's a champion. He's a tough champion, so I know he will fight anybody. But I think they have other plans for him, so it's not really my interest. I think the fight that interests me the most at lightweight right now is against Linares, and he's shown interest in recent times, so I wish we can get that fight.
Mikey, having said that, you're not under any promotional contract. You know, in boxing, a lot of times that's what really kind of gets in the way of making some of these fights that not only the media want, but even the fans want. Having, you know, with that under your hand or in your pocket, are you more willing to kind of go whichever route it needs to be in order to make these fights happen?
I'm willing to entertain any offer. I've been, you know, sitting down with different promoters, and I get to hear what they have to offer. If I have a better offer or something that's more exciting, it's not just about the offer itself, but a fight that excites me the most, something that's going to do more for my legacy. You know, so I have to balance things, I have to weigh things, but I do like the fact that I can do that. Other fighters can't do that. They have to stay with whatever promoter says, and whichever opponent the promoter puts in front of them, that's what they have to fight. So they're the ones that don't have the opportunity. I have the opportunity to look. I have options at 135 right now, 140, possibly 147. No other fighter has those options. Other fighters are limited to one or maybe two opponents. I got two opponents each division. You know, I can pick and choose, and that's what I like about the position that I hold in.
So do you plan to maintain that freedom?
Again?
Do you plan to maintain that freedom?
I really enjoy the freedom, and I hope to keep my business going the way I am. I have good relationships that allow me to do this. You know, Richard Schaefer, Heyman, especially with Showtime, they've been working with me, and I love the flexibility that they have. So if another promoter comes in the picture, I've already entertained them as well. I've sat down with them directly, but sometimes, like I said, the offers are not exciting or the opponent's not exciting. So I want to make sure that I get fights that excite me, that motivate me, that make me want to fight harder and help me build my legacy.
Maybe like Lomachenko.
Well, if he wants to move up, he's been calling, you know, for over a year, and he still hasn't moved up. And I think he's the one fighting Beltran. You know, I mean, they got their own agenda. You know, I'm already 140, possibly even move up to 147. He's doing what I did 3-4 years ago.
Congratulations.
Thank
It
you.
looked like around the fourth round, you might have hit him on the top of the head, like with your right hand. Did that bother you at all through the fight?
No. I landed some very good right hands. Some were on top of the head a little bit on the top forehead area. It didn't bother me. It didn't hurt me. My dad, my brother, they do a very good job in rapping. My brother does a great job, so I felt confident in my rap, and I had no problems in the fight. I did feel those punches that you mentioned, because you do feel the difference from landing on the chin and landing on the head, but it didn't bother me.
You did great.
Thank you.
One more question.
You made this fight look relatively easy. Was there any moments
know what, the game plan was to box Mark because he is a strong, dangerous fighter. So I always tried to make the fight as easy as possible for me. There was moments where I was maybe against the ropes, allowing him to come and exchange some punches, but I was trying to wait for maybe a counter. But he wasn't really troubling me. I even felt, I was telling my brother and my dad, I felt like maybe I could actually put some pressure and stay inside and exchange some punches, but at the same time, if I do that, then I risk a headbutt or an overhand right that we don't need to risk that. If I'm winning comfortably on the outside, then just keep doing that. You know, I was landing some good shots on the outside. Some shots, you know, hurt them, one even dropped them, so there wasn't any need for me to really get inside and exchange and risk, like I said, you know, losing the fight that way. But we just wanted to make sure that we won the rounds clearly and that people knew that I was in control. And I didn't want to give him any thoughts or thoughts of coming, you know, stronger and thinking that he's got me, you know, or anything like that. I don't want his confidence to grow, so I wanted to put that, you know, apply that pressure just a little bit just to show him that I was in control.
All right, let's get Mike.
Thank you guys, appreciate it.